Respect, brother. I love talking dogs, and I love hearing somebody else that actually is investing and really, trying to produce a quality animal. I'd love nothing more, bro, when I sell a dog and they contact me and they want another dog, or their mom wants a dog. That's when I really know that I'm doing something right. And those are the things that feel good. Everyone doesn't talk about, when you lose a whole litter, or a puppy dies, or, you have a kennel fight, or, a dog dies from a C-section. These are all things that come with breeding, but it just makes it all worth it when you have a customer. I have a family in Louisiana that purchased a male, and their son was autistic, and he had never said I love you. He had never hugged his little brother, and within weeks of having the dog, he was saying I love you. He was being affectionate. He was playing with kids. Like, to
Man.
hear that stuff and to now be a father is just totally makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing, and I'm just going to continue.
And that is exactly what I try to tell people. You can't, those are what makes it worth it. We're
Oh
not,
yeah.
because a lot of people say, well, if there wasn't money in it, why would you be doing it?
Right.
Their money that's invested into this will always overpower the money you've gotten in return. You're always
Always.
going to be dumping more than you take back. That stuff is necessary to keep you going and keep you afloat, really.
Yeah, you always
Because
have to
you'd
reinvest
be
back in your
dead
yard.
broke if you just were pulling out of pocket for the rest of your life on these dogs. But
Yeah.
those moments right there relight the fire to get back in gear and keep bringing you guys these dogs. Keep getting up every morning, putting in the effort that we've been talking about here with all the training that needs to go into making a dog mentally sound, testing those on-off switches in different environments, in public, around kids, all those different things before you feel confident enough to give it out to the public, playing God, creating these dogs.
Yeah, you don't want to hand out a loaded gun. I mean, a male that's going to be over 100 pounds and that powerful, you have to be responsible. You can't just be breeding anything and mixing in, random, working mastiffs and, animals that aren't afraid to bite a human into your stock and then handing someone a loaded gun. It's just not right. And it's going to make a bad name for the breed, and it's going to ruin everything for everyone. If we're all responsible, we continue to enjoy the breed. And, I hope it doesn't go anywhere, brother. I'm an advocate. I try to speak up for BSL. We travel all over. Like I said, we're located in the Southwest in Phoenix, Arizona, but we try to make it to as many dog shows as possible. Always hear people, they think because they bought a male from a big name stud, or because they got a dog off of a big name dog, you have to make that dog. That dog would sit in your yard and no one would know about it if you're not going to the show, if you're not showing it or working it, and people can't put hands on that animal or see what it's producing. No one's ever going to pay you $10,000 a stud, or you're never going to get a $20,000 stud like you see on the whole. If those are your goals and you're jumping into it for money, there's a million other things that you could do that wouldn't
Yeah.
be affecting another animal's life, and that you could make money. This is a money pit always. You always have to more dog food, make your kennels better,
Yep.
cleaning products. It's just always nonstop. Veterinary bills, ear crops, shipping, promotion, camera. You're always going to be investing into your stock, bettering your truck, getting a trailer for the animals. You want to make them comfortable as possible going to the shows. Go
Your
ahead, brother.
entire life revolves around these dogs. That's the point that we're trying to get across to you guys.
Yeah,
If you think that you just want to wake up one day and be a dog breeder, you got to realize your life is now changing. Your entire lifestyle is now going to revolve around dogs, and not the other way around. Whereas if you have a pet, you can shift a little bit to where the dog's not an inconvenience. You can incorporate it into your life. You don't have to change your life that much for a dog that you're just keeping as a pet. But when you're talking 5, 6, 7 dogs, it's a whole new ball game.
absolutely. And cleanliness. I mean, I've seen your yard, brother, and I commend you. But I try telling people, they always ask, "What I do this or I want to do that." You have to keep your yard clean. Your water bowls, your cleanliness. You have to look at your yard at any given time. If you were a customer and you were going to buy a dog from you, you cannot be kennel blind. You have to look at your yard, see what needs to improve. There's always things that can be better. You have to improve into your stock. You have to invest into your animals, or you're just going to be stagnant. You always have to be trying to look for growth, and we've done that over here. I currently have a couple litters pregnant, like you were asking me. I'll send you a couple of photos, but I bred my female Sissy off of my Tillicum Mary Jane breeding. She was the first pick female. We bred her to Zeus, who's a Pro Bowl Sinister son. Absolutely amazing, short back, extreme girth. He's not my style, but he's going to add a lot to my extremely athletic female, and we're extremely excited. And then my micro French bulldog, we just bred to a lilac tri Merle with platinum eyes, 4-panel hell tested. My female is a standard. She's a Irish pied. The male does not carry brindle, and he's not carried masked, so the puppies won't have brindle. They will be carriers of brindle, but they won't have it. But yeah, we're extremely excited, and
that's awesome. So in that XL litter, you're keeping something off that, right?
Oh yeah, male and female.
So how are you picking your puppies when it comes to that?
So we do like I said, how we already discussed earlier in the video, the biosensory program. I don't ever pick normally until 7 weeks. I used to pick at 5, and people always have that dog that they're gravitating to, or that they like that look, but I try to be neutral and pick on not only temperament. Color is least of my worries, 100%. I don't want exaggerated bone. I don't want a dog that can't run and I can't take out and chase the quad, or we can't go ride the horses and it can't keep up. So 170, 80-pound male isn't for me. That's not what I want. I look for something that can move well, something that doesn't have a snippy muzzle. I don't want a long muzzle. I want a good head shape. But personality, first and foremost, that is honestly the personality. Like sometimes I'll take like a regular water bottle full of like pennies, and I'll throw it on the ground and see which one like comes up and is checking it out first. Because say there's 10 of them right there, and you throw it down, all 10 will scatter, but maybe 3 or 4 will be extremely interested, and they'll come back first. Those are normally the ones that I'm leaning towards. And then I set up like a little swimming pool from like 5 weeks to normally 8 weeks. I have them running like a little obstacle course, like little stairs, a little pit of water bottles, a little pool of like different types of material of carpet. And I just, based on those things, and I put all of them together: temperament, the dog's structure, how outgoing it is, and then based off which parent it's pulling off of and what I'm trying to add with that breeding, that would be my best advice. But at the end of the day,
you're trying to look for the highest drive dogs out of the litter.
I wouldn't say the highest drive, but definitely the most stable nerve and the most confident. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a nervy male that's got his tail tucked at the show. I want a boy that's confident. Whether I clap 2 blocks together, I don't want him to be all nervous. And, I just want strong nerve and decent drive. Drive isn't my first priority by any means, but I do definitely want them to have that. I will not pick a dog that does not have a toy drive, period. When I was like 17, I got a male that was an amazing dog. I loved him, but he was very hard to train, and he had no food drive and 0 toy drive. Whether it was a ball, a rope, he just did not care, and it was very hard to train that dog.
Yeah, those are the type of dogs you gotta keep them hungry to get them, to
Literally.
perform. And that's when you'll start maybe giving them their meals through training sessions, and you don't cut them off. I don't want people to think that you're starving the dog, but you keep them hungry, because that's the only thing that's going to motivate them.
Absolutely.
You start giving a dog with a full stomach, trying to offer it food that has no interest in moving in the first place. It's not going to be doing the trick.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I love that you do all that training with them. All right, guys. So this was just one of a few parts that we're going to be dropping in the podcast episode number 3 with Jrock from over at Consistent Kennels. He did an amazing interview. He had a lot of knowledge to share. I hope you guys appreciate it. We loved having him on. And what we did here was we dropped a few of the most important topics we feel covered in the video. For those of you who are unable to always just have the time to sit down and watch the interviews in their entirety, we're going to drop 2, 3, or 4 of the most important topics we feel we covered. And then we're going to drop the entire video at the end. Let us know what you guys think about doing it like this. Let us know in the topics that we do drop if you feel like we didn't go in depth enough, if we went, if it went smooth and perfect, if you guys loved it. Let us know in the comment section. And if you did like the video and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you are always updated when we upload. We try to upload a few times a week. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Let us know what else you'd like to cover. If we aren't hitting everything you guys are interested in, we'll be happy to make sure we get those questions on future interviews. We may be able to have Jrock on again in the future as well. I know I'd love to have him on. This was a great discussion the entire way through. So, as always, guys, Like I said, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks.